Hi everyone, welcome to Everyday Crochet. I'm Marissa, and in today's video we're going to be talking about double crochet. Double crochet is a really great stitch and kind of one of the basic stitches to add height to your project. So if you're working with something that's got a lot of rows but you want it to work up a little more quickly, double crochet is a really great way to do that. For this video, I'm going to continue to use my much beloved Premier anti-pilling everyday worsted yarn. I got my trusty 6mm hook, and then I've got my notions over here, so just needle, stitch markers, scissors, just in case I need them. And I'm just going to preemptively get a stitch marker out because I know I'm going to want it. He's purple. All right, so to get started, we are going to, as always, create a slip knot. Put that on our hook, pull it tight. So to start, we are going to chain 22 chains on our hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. So the reason we want to do 22 if we're going to have 20 stitches is because a chain is kind of equal to like one single crochet stitch, and a double crochet stitch is the height of 2 single crochets. So we need 2 chains at the beginning to create that height. So to start our double crochet stitch, we're going to yarn over, and then we're going to go into this 3rd chain from the hook. And we're going to yarn over again and pull up the loop. So we have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over, pull through just the first 2. So then we have 2 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over again, pull through the second 2. And so that's going to create this little bit of height here. And that's our first double crochet stitch. And the reason we did it on the 3rd chain and not the 2nd like we would with half double or single crochet is because if you're turning the row, sometimes this counts as a stitch, sometimes it doesn't, depending on the pattern, but you need 2 chains at the beginning to be the height of the double crochet stitch. So moving on to the next one, we're going to yarn over. We're going to go into the chain, pull the loop. So we've got 3 loops on our hook, pull through 2, pull through 2. So it's similar to the half double crochet, just instead of pulling through all 3 at once, you are cutting it in half. So you're pulling through 2 and then pulling through 2 instead of pulling through all 3. So we're going to continue to, oh my goodness, I can't get into this chain. There we go. Continue to work across the row. So again, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So this is a really good stitch if you are comfortable with it. This is a really great stitch if you want to work up like a quick scarf or something like that. This is a really great stitch for something nice and speedy, because it'll make it nice. You'll get that height. It will get nice and long quite quickly. Right. So we are coming to the end of the first row. We've got just a few stitches left of our double crochet row, and it's curling a little bit. That's totally fine. That is totally normal. My voice cracked there. It wasn't meant to. It is normal, though I wasn't being sarcastic. All right, 2 stitches left. All right, so that is our first row of double crochet stitches. Nice and lovely, nice and tall. And so what I want to do is, if you watched my previous video where we talked about half double crochet, this is the swatch from that. Let me pop it over this side so it's on the right side. you can see that this is yarn tail, get out of here. You can see that the half double crochet is quite a bit smaller than the double crochet. So what I'm going to do on this next row is we're going to show the difference in height between the single crochet, the half double crochet, and the double crochet, so you can really see what that wave looks like. And this is really helpful because if you are working a pattern that interchanges between those stitches, like a Suzette stitch, you'll be doing combinations of single and double crochet. This just helps your brain learn to identify what each looks like. So we're going to chain one, we're going to turn over. And so in the first few stitches, we're just going to do a few single crochet. So we're not going to yarn over. I've been doing so many double crochets, I yarned over automatically. So we're just going to go into a stitch, pull up a loop, one single crochet, two single crochet, three single crochet. We'll just do 4 single crochet. There we go. So that's 4 single crochet. Now we're going to do a couple of half double crochets. So for the half double again, we're going to yarn over, pull through 3 loops, and this time we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 at once into the stitch. Did I do that properly? Yes, I did. Pull up all 3, pull through all 3, so we've got that half double crochet. We'll do one more. All right, so now we can already see that the half double is just a little bit taller than those single crochets. So now we'll do a few doubles. So we're going to yarn over just once because we're not doing trebles, we're doing doubles. Then we'll pull through 2 and pull through 2. Yarn over again into the stitch, pull up the loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. We'll do one more stitch, pull through 2, pull through 2. We'll just do, I said one more, but we'll just do one more, just for, all right. Now you can really start to see how we've got these singles down here and how it goes up at an angle like this. And you can really start to see the height of that double crochet compared to the half double and the singles. So now we'll just do a couple more half doubles to kind of bring this back down the other side. 3. And then we'll just wrap this row up with a couple more singles. So again, we're not yarning over for the single crochet, we're just going right into the stitch and pulling up the loop. All right, and this is our last stitch of this row. Here we go. So kind of there you have it, a row that starts with a single crochet, goes into the double and increases, or goes into the half double, excuse me. You can see the height increase, then it really picks up with the double crochet in the middle here and then back down the other side. This could be really fun way to, again, add some visual interest, especially if you're doing color changing work on like a scarf or something like that, just to create some movement and shape and some fun color work. You could swap colors out for kind of these fun wavy rows, and that would create a really interesting look. So again, I recommend just kind of doing several more rows. For this, I would start, actually we'll just do it. We'll chain 2, turn the work. We'll just do a couple doubles so you can see how we even out the height. So in these singles, we're just going to do a few double crochet, double, and then when we get to the half, we'll do halves, and then where we have the double in the middle, we'll do singles, and we'll all even out height-wise. One more double after this, double. Now we're going to switch to our trusty half double crochets, which if you didn't watch my half double crochet is like my favorite stitch, just because I think it's a really fun way to add texture to things. All right. Oh my goodness. Come on. All right, so now we'll just do some single stitches. Yeah. One more. And then back to our halves. Come on. I just totally second guessed myself, and now we're back to singles. All right, and so now you can see that by kind of reversing this row and doing singles where we did doubles, and vice versa, we've kind of evened out. You can still very faintly see that arch in there, but we've really evened it out by switching those stitches and playing with the height of them. So that is double crochet and kind of how singles, half doubles, and doubles can kind of interwork with each other to create height and visual interest in your projects. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and like the video as well. That way you can follow along. And my next video, I'm going to be talking about the differences between what I like to think of as different kinds of crochet grammar. So we're going to talk about crocheting in rows versus in the round versus corner to corner, and what those different things mean and what they look like. Thanks so much for joining today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.